yeah, I was watching Mr. B's hangout last night, and one of topics was why we ride. Yeah, I guess it comes up. It's one of them sort of like common sort of questions, isn't it? Why we ride. There's been a lot of videos. Itchy nose time. There's a lot of videos, a lot of vlogs about it. You know, you'll see a lot of these sort of music type videos and all about why we ride. You know, these emotive sort of feeling videos. There's quite a few of them about. I think they're fucking brilliant myself. You know, they really get your blood sort of pumping, don't they? Yeah. Why we ride? It's a tricky one. For me, it's quite a complicated one. Quite a deep one, probably. It stems back to my father, I think, intrinsically. My dad's always been a biker, going back to, you know, right back to his childhood, telling me stories of, you know, blasting bikes up and down Bridlington Beach as a you know 11, 12-year-old. You know, his mum didn't know about it. Like, he used to keep it behind the cinema at Brid, local cinema in Bridlington. He used to know the projectionist there, and this projectionist geezer used to let him keep his motorbike behind the cinema. So my dad used to finish school, and then instead of going home or knocking around with his mates, he'd go get his motorbike out from behind the cinema, and then he'd take it out from behind the cinema and get down on the beach with it and be blasting up and down the beach on his bike and that until he had to go home. Had to go home for his tea, like. But yeah, so I remember bikes, you know, going right back in my childhood, you know, my dad on his early Triumphs, and then, you know, he had a number of bikes. You know, he had some modern fucking Japanese stuff. He had, you know, Honda Super Dreams, he had, you know, Kawasaki's, he had, you know, Z model, old Z model Kawasaki's, yeah, he had all sorts, and then he went on, he got a couple of Guzzies, BMs. He had some old, he had a period of buying old ex-police stock BMWs at one point, and doing them up, respraying them, doing all the bodywork and all that, and respraying them up, and then he'd get rid of them, you know, for the profit, like. I don't know, yeah, I used to do that for a bit, but yeah, so I've got it in my blood, I think. I got my first bike when I was 16, a little 50cc Suzuki. I think it was a Z50 if I remember, or a ZS50 or something if I remember right. I can't remember model number exactly. And my dad's got no pictures out of it either, and neither have I. But I got that. I ran it for about a year and a half, but it got nicked. Honest to God, it got nicked about 4 or 5 times, and I found it each time because I knew areas where I lived where, you know, where fucking idiots used to nick bikes and take them and fucking run them around and that. So I'd go, you know, we used to fucking find it. Luckily, you know, they didn't burn it out, they just fucking ride it around until it ran out of fuel and they just ended up dumping it. It got smashed up a bit a couple of times, and it just got to the point where I got sick of repairing it. It was costing me too much money to repair it. So I just got fucking shut. Plus, I started work. Gaffer at my new jobs, like, you know, dude, I need you to get your car licence, I need you to get a full licence because I want you to drive a van, basically. So that it was kind of a bit of a mixture. I just stopped riding bikes. I needed to ride. I needed my full licence, basically. Yeah, so that was it. I stopped riding for years and years and years. And, you know, stuff happens, and for some reason, I never got another bike. And then about a year and a half ago, I don't know, I was flicking through YouTube. I'll tell you what, the reason I started flicking through YouTube is because I was driving that road here in Sheffield, and I seen this geezer come past on a motorbike, and he had this fucking camera. I didn't know it was a camera at the time, but he had this thing on his lid. And I did a bit of research, and I realised it was a fucking camera that he had on his lid. And I'm like, what on earth are they doing? You know, what are they doing with it? What they're doing with these cameras on their lids? I couldn't figure it out. And then I realised folks were riding around talking to themselves and that. So I was like, yeah, I quite fancy that. There's some interesting shit going on, you know. Folks have got some, you know, interesting stuff to say. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So I thought, I don't know, it just got me, it just got me interest fired up, I think, again in motorcycles. Not necessarily in me doing the whole vlogging thing, but just in motorcycles in general, I think. I don't know why, it just kind of fired my interest back up when I started watching auto vlogging. And it lit a bit of a fire in me. And I think that was about it. Well, we're here, chaps. I'm gonna get a bus here and that. Local constabulary down here, wasting some time as per usual. So we'll just have a little shot in here and see what crack is. Let's blitz here bikes. Where are we going to park? Do 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 do. Pull it in here. Do 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 do. Alright, yeah, so where were I? Blitz here! So yeah, it fired my interest up, and I'd not passed my test when I was riding back then. You could ride on a provisional license. So I just had my car. I think it was my car provisional. So you could ride a 50 on your car provisional license. Yeah, and I was doing that. And then I just went and passed my car test and got a van for company I was looking for. So I'm losing my track here because I'm around bikes now. So oh fuck it, I'm going to leave it here guys because I've lost my track. I'll carry on vlogging in a bit. I'm going to go in and have a look at some bikes and that, and have a chitty chat and a cup of tea and a brew, and have a chat with well, maybe not have a chat because he talks themselves out with old school lot that always I'll tell you about them lot later. There's a bunch of old school kids that knock around shop. They're here fucking 24/7. They're here all the time, rain, fucking snow, sun or shine or whatever. They're here all the time. They're called Indipendants apparently. No affiliation at the shop, they're just there. Well, they have got an affiliation at the shop. They've got a fucking sausage sandwich and coffee and tea affiliation at the shop. But that's all good. They're like fixtures and fittings at local bike shop, you know what I mean? They're always there. See them, that's that bit sarny thing there. Anyway, I'm going to turn this fucker off. Talk to you in a bit. Easy. Turn off your cunt.